Hello Blender folks, welcome back to the Gnomes. Today we gonna continue doing some tricks here in UPBGE and in Blender 5. Yeah, this is not Blender 5, but this is compatible with Blender 5. What's happened to the soundtrack? Sorry. Yeah, some. Okay, let's just reset. Okay, so I was able to figure out how to update the system, or partially, it's not completed, but to have the controllers of the character, including the camera, right? Let's make it play here. So, okay, so there's a character here. There's a mouse look. And there is, of course, we can walk. And there are some controls here which are broken for some reason. And I'm still trying to learn this system here, the logic node editor. I think it's better than the Logic Bricks editor. It's although it's nodes and I don't. Yeah, they occupy a lot of space, so at some point it's very difficult to read. I don't like, but they seem to be more easier to organize. There are more designing things that we can do about them in relation to the other system. I think this is a good proposition. So I've tried to migrate everything to this system, and it kind of, I think it can replicate mostly everything. The problem is that the system is a bit tricky, so I got some ideas from other tutorials, of course, but I want to still do my own stuff. What I want to do is an WASD, right, control with a camera look. Here we can expand the rotations. I want to be able to, yeah, so I haven't even touched this. Let's get, what is this? Yeah, this is no side look, so let's get a, I don't know, let's try here. So this is the mouse look. Okay, so we could do this, and maybe we can do even more for the side, right? Let's see what happens if we do a full, yeah, we can do a full turn around. Okay, so I like this idea, but now the problem is that I want to make the character, there the advanced setup, maybe I'll have to remake it. I was not be able to make it work 100% in with the older tutorials, right? But something that you have to have directionals and empty objects everywhere and more cameras, more stuff, and then what it has that once you start moving, rotate the camera, the character can adapt immediately to the what is the front. And I believe that we can achieve this in here, but maybe even a more economic way. But I'm not sure. Maybe we need some sort of a proxy object. Because some dependency cycles may occur. And right now I'm having some problem with this setup. Something is broken here, and I don't know what it is. So I was trying to make a combination. So shift left, then we can rotate but it's not really working. There are some, I believe, one of the, yeah, also the jump is not working. It was working before on the other system. Like she jumps, but there is no, the animation is not playing for some reason. Maybe the animation itself is broken. Let's open the original file. Let's check all the animations that are here. Yeah, a walk, it's... Run, okay. Very simplified. And here, jump. No, all the actions are working. Yeah, so it's not a problem of the actions here. It's a problem of so tap space. We can also mount here the... I had to delete the capsule with its physics because everything was broken. I also simplified the rigged model because for this, I mean, the link thing, I've deleted a lot of mesh here to simplify, and eventually I had to create a proxy file, not the original for the character, but a proxy, a BGA file where I made local, that is ID data, make local all of the meshes actually, except for the armature object. So the armature is clean, it's still full linked, but from the original character, right, the link collection. But the others, they have been proxied, and they were actually, and there I could change their physics because I wasn't able to change their physics even through scripting. I was able to achieve the changes here, but I figure out that whenever we reopen the blend file, it reloads to the original state, so it becomes its bricks. And probably for playing, whenever we played and I started to apply the script at every frame or at start of the game, but something happened, it couldn't affect here. Probably the library override, it's too complicated. Yeah, maybe there's a way, but it's too tricky. So I've decided, because the armature object doesn't cause problems, so if it does, I'll check, but for now it doesn't seem to be causing any trouble of collision. So now you see they are really, so these are linked from the proxy file, which was, because was made in UPBGE, I could swap this and now for all the mesh objects, so they don't collide and they won't cause any trouble. But I had to make all these things local. So very annoying. It breaks the rig, of course, but not for linking futurely updates. So I have to be doing this over and over again. But I'm not... the character is good enough for testings, right? For most of the game things that I want these mechanisms. While for the skinning, that will be another story, and how to say, cinematics, yes. So, but for this test, this is great. This is sufficient. So, what I need to do now is to try to fix this. So, the jump, everything here, there are some templates. We're gonna check these templates and try to learn something about the logic here. And so, WASD template, right? So here we can maybe expand this force. Yeah, I was at 18. Okay, that's not bad. Then fall speed, maybe we do, I don't know. Okay, we don't need to touch anything else here. So the animation is not playing. What is this old thing? I don't know. It's possible that what broke was something simpler. Ah, here. Alright, so play once. Alright, so we got this one. Good. So it was just this play and play stop that don't know. So just this. If press tap, yeah. So now for the rest. What is blocking the character? Yeah, let's look for the template here. W or S press, subtract. W is forward. A, okay, left and right. This is a similar method. There's build vector, normalize, speed, on update, move object. We could compare. They say this one is better, but I don't see why it would be any better. They sound mostly the same. There's diagonals. Well, at least it's working, right? Why it keeps doing this to the camera? Oh yeah, because it is affecting the camera, right? The camera and the character. Okay, this is crazy. So this is making on update. So I suspect that the kind of setup that I want to make okay, she's not able to turn left. Maybe those things, they are... Yeah, so this will cause conflict, I know. These subtract things, they might look economic, but then when you try to make something more complicated, maybe they just will be a pain in the ass, like the smart that is stupid. I'm not sure, right? I'll have to tackle lots of stuff, right? And there'll always be different things, but... Okay, what we can try to do is do in a... Let's do the following. I'm gonna save a backup here just in case. I'm gonna make the test 3. So we're gonna remake this stuff, right? If also there's a problem with this, that we cannot control very well the back and forth, so it's sort of mixed stuff. I'm not sure it's a great idea. So I like this branch if it's pressed down through. Then rotate here, yeah. If press down false, but this plus this is true. Then move, right? Fuck those things that... So that I don't know what is the return of the original state. This is the problem. So I don't know what is do nothing. Like nothing happens. If you can just live like that, or that's okay. Okay, so we need a rotation of the character. I'm not sure, an animation rotation. We're gonna do an action somewhere at some point. Today, yes, it will be good. So we want to see if this for the A will work. So here we're gonna move. If pressed. Play animation and apply movement, right? Okay, let's try this. Yeah, and that it freezes, right? Because we need something like... Maybe this can generalize the idle. So on next frame, play animation. Is if keyboard active, gate, no, it's a branch. There we go. So if the keyboard is inactive, there's the idle. We walk. You saw there was a rotation to this when I press A to rotate left. No, nothing. Yeah, there's... It happens when I hold W and A. Shift and A. Yeah, so... Okay, so this one is working. I love this one. So this is like the idle. This is the rest state, right? So this should be like the... We can't double connect this, right? We don't have this problem in these nodes, right? Okay, so moving backward is lower. And she's not playing the animation for some reason. Yeah, so sometimes there is not a good update, and I don't know how to solve this. Sometimes I click some button there that they say it's very confusing. And because I'm in the middle of testing everything, testing the UI. Okay, so you see that actually not only this is not working. Maybe here's something about the layers. Yeah, I think it's a layer problem. Yeah. There we go. So it's need to be aware of that. So these things might not be the best for clarity in that regard, but if we know what needs to be done, there. Can we make any backwards animation? I don't think there's something like this. Reverse? No, there is... no, this is start and end. No. Yeah, whatever. So now you need to make this freaking let's see if the jump works. Yes. Yeah, and I don't know why when I press sometimes this rapid rotation is something when I press W and A all together. Yeah, holding them. Oh, hold on, it was incompleted, right? Okay, so we need to apply movement. And also play animation. So I think this can work. We just need these two, and that should let's invert this order. Movement first, and then we do animation. else. So if A is pressed, true, do this, which is not doing. If it's not pressed, but we get the combination of these two, they are if it's not pressed, but it, yeah, it's looks like a dependency cycle here. We can't do this false thing here, so maybe it's not a good idea. Yeah, so here you see the rotation. No, it's not working. Okay, let's delete some stuff here. Yeah, this rotation. If press A, rotate, but nothing happens. Okay, something happens, it's just not. Can you control this mouse? Sensitivity. Let's see what is the smoothing about. Oh yeah, smoothing. That's a lot. Yeah, lower sensitivity here. Okay, we lost the front walk for some reason. Yeah, so these loose nodes, I don't know. Or lack of update, I'm not sure. So this should... Yeah, you see this giga warping rotate. Yeah, it happens when I press A and W simultaneously. Okay, then let's just do this. Yeah, so there's some conflict. But just pressing this don't do anything. Okay, let's update here then. To no avail. Ah, rotate 2. I see. So maybe what I need to do is... Okay, so this is something like... movement, right? Apply movement. Rotation. Because this thing never worked. So capsule. I don't know what are these other things. There we go. So this one is the good one, but it's doing the opposite. Ah, haha. That's good. Okay, so now you have some good rotation, right? Sort of. Then we local what is... Okay, good. Now what if I want to strafe? So we can apply... I'll use hold alt this time. Typical for local, yeah, local. And you see that this doesn't... Ah, I forgot this. Right. Yeah, so I need to find how to combine these things properly. Oh yes, here I don't have the diagonals, which is not terrible because this new system would, if I made it, make it possible. Ah, here what this is what I need. True only if A is false. Wait, where's the connectors? False if... Okay, maybe it's the shore. There we go. So they don't conflict now because... Good, so this is the logic. Just use the logics for this. The other additional ones. Not the branch. And probably could do a lot of other stuff, so this is pretty interesting. So here we got apply movement, yes, apply... Wait. The shore, this is... Yeah, I just need to exchange here. And of course we want to apply animation anyways, so... Yeah, strafe animation, so you need the... Yeah, so we're gonna apply here, maybe. This doesn't work here, right? Now the condition... I want to try this, but it's tempting to make a sequence, but I think this has... It's useless. We're gonna just use the... walk here and... As soon as I press A, we got... Yeah, whichever. When doing this... Okay, so that works. It's done is like during, right? So that means this should also work here. Well, no, here. Now suddenly nothing works. Okay, let's do for the other now. You see, I have found no tutorial about that. This is just my basic understanding creation with the tools, right? We go negative here, negative rotation here, and now I have both sides, yeah, and we can. Okay, apparently the strafe now is compromised. What went wrong? Okay, let's try again. Rotation here. There is one glitch animation here. Ah, it again this fucking layer things, right? I needed to. You know what? Yeah, this is fucking annoying, right? Okay, the strafe is not working now, but the animations were fixed. Maybe I need to update. No. This she's floating. I haven't found a solution for that yet. Maybe it's the armature that there's a bone that I need to remove, but let's try to climb this thing. I need some sort of control to set the camera to the front, right? Immediately. And also the zoom for the camera. That camera, yeah, it's like something like a. Now this got fucked up. Maybe it's because of this after the dawn, right? Can never be sure. No. It's like when I duplicate, they got the wrong understanding. Ah, it is this thing. The strafe, right? So no, it's end. Rotation is done, but when we hold Alt, well, it does some inversion, right? true if both are fine. Yeah, so we can just mute this. No. Okay, I'm gonna delete and play. Yeah, now it works. So it's a conflict between the alt, right? No, 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 too easy. So basically, true only if either A or B is true, not both. True if A is false. False if A and B are true. Maybe the true if A is true and B is false. There we go. Haha. So yeah, just a stupid logic there. Mistake. Yeah, because I'm not used to those names also, but it's, yeah, I was just looking for the logic somewhere and it was and not. Yeah, I need to remember those things. Yeah, so you can keep this, is probably can duplicate them, but this I think is still more organized. Yeah, and with nodes then I guess anything with code will get really big. So I need to find ways to cope with all those excessive stuff, right? And I have a speed, right? So it's time for run. Yeah, so the cool thing is that now that I can do diagonals, it's more like, yeah, it's more dynamic. So there are two things I think. Okay, let's try the speed up, right? So it is the same. I think we're gonna do a, what was this one? Yeah, this is animation of the run. So if down, so press the shift, then we have, yeah, so gonna redistribute and not, or rather and not an end. So I'm getting good at this, getting experience in this thing, right? More and more difficult challenge, right? I always knew I was capable to do game engine stuff. I already did when I was a kid. So the games factor was a CD-ROM and other experience, but essentially that, and game design for RPG, tabletop, and play by forum RPG, also by text, right? I created the rules, I created, yeah, so I always have been a game designer, but the digital, not so much. And but if I were to learn, yeah, game engine from scratch, like Godot, those are big stuff. This one is much better for me because this is Blender interface, right? These nodes, I know. Well, maybe I'm not familiar with a lot of things, but yeah, others, you don't struggle, so it's clean. As a bonus, you get all the Blender problems that you already know. So I've been using this for just less than 1 month, and it's kind of very interesting what I can already do with the help of a few content research on the internet. There's not a lot of content actually, much worse than Blender rigging and stuff, animation, but still a lot of great content, but it's like a bit repetitive. It's hard to find when you're trying to do certain things original. Of course, you won't find much. I have to learn this by this challenge here, right? Concrete challenge. Okay, so I know the logics and know how the things work. Essentially, this is the most important. Knowing the capabilities, what the machine can, the software can do. So I've struggled to find out that, yeah, library overrides, at least in this version of BGA, no, that's not gonna do. So not for when you have to manipulate the physics of the object, that is nightmarish. So need to prevent, yeah, the meshes will collapse. The armature thing not, but the mesh, yes, and the mesh will, so they can't be. That is a very hardcore problem then. So if I had a character that was very simple, that would help me a lot. I would prevent this, but I'm trying to reuse what I have, so. Okay, so was the run thing, right? I'm sorry because I have done this with the other system, the bricks node editor, but now it's a different thing, right? There exists this kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this one. It's Alt P. They changed this. I don't like. Okay, so this one is easy. If not, we get this. But if they combine, then we need to yeah, we cannot bring this back here, right? Yeah, at least I don't know how to do this, so we need to add I don't know how to add a motion to this, so instead we're gonna do a complete new different one, right? I think this is stupid, but many things I think in these node systems, they lead us to these problems. Okay, so it's too linear, so okay, let's get here it struggles, yeah, with cyclic stuff, which would be much better for organization of systems, right? But this is the problem on this software developments. They just don't know the goods. The more organic thinking, which is natural thinking, right? It's the natural world, right? Complex systems. So whatever it's closer to complex systems. Sorry, rigging sucks in CG still, usually, because there's no complex system, so you end up with dependency cycles, but dependency cycles are real. It's just the software, this technology, digital technology that we use, it's just stupid. That's why AI doesn't work. It's not even intelligent, and will never be until they figure out how to manage the complexity, right, in the digital domain. Yeah, so there are different opinions, but points of view and perspectives, of course. But that's why they were gonna crash the economic, because they were so dumb they thought they could. I've heard that from a specialist, but essentially that's it. They were thinking that scalability of the data with the same algorithms, even if they were different algorithms, that wouldn't help too much, because they were focusing on the scaling of data and of the processors and everything, right? And of course that won't solve the critical thing, so that the system is not smart, is dumb. So no complexity out there, no intelligence. So, and now they're gonna crash and almost ravage the world in a economic crisis. Not sure that it will really be that damaging. Yeah, for the Western world, for sure. I'm in the Western Brazil. But here, maybe we have some good economy. But who knows what will happen, right? Okay, so now we need the run. Yeah, we have a run, which I was reading it here. Okay, and so these walks, you see, why can't we use the same to stack all sorts of thing in this, right? It's just a stacker, but we can do this in this node system. It will help to clean up things a lot, because it's the same result, right? I want the same result here for a lot of different things. Okay, so this one is here. Then I have this problem with the layers, right? Need to be very careful about that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if these layers they count for 5. $50. Because I really don't know in this system how many are. Okay, so this should do some run forward. We're gonna make like 8, negative 0.8. There we go. We can't make a running jump. We need, but now I know what to do. So I have to use the shift plus the jump. Yeah, you know, this is causing trouble. It's disorganizing my stuff. So yeah, we'll have to use this then. So it's a running jump. So it's end, not an end. True if A is true and B is false. Oh, actually, and I changed. There's no other type of jump yet, so I'll have to figure out anyways. Oh yeah, because there's another keyboard I'm holding forward. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, now the shift. No, doesn't work. Oh, it's down, of course, it's tap. Now, if this is down and this... Yeah, forgot here. No, still doesn't work. Shift and space work, but A and space work. So when we press 3 buttons, it doesn't do anything. Maybe it's a limitation of the game engine. I can't figure this out now. But at least we got... Okay, at least we got this. Okay, I need to start to make a list of the things that need to be changed, right? But the not changed, the list of things that I need to develop for this, because at this point I'm starting to get somewhere, and if I focus with the assets, the system, we can... I need an attack. Yeah, the turnaround being faster is good. The zoom, right? Transform, right? It's a property of the camera. GY? No, yeah, local, on local. I don't know how to constrain stuff in here, this is the problem, so... It's like a different kind of rigging, right? Whatever. I don't know, this has not really worked. Why the... I guess this is normal. Okay, this is not working at all. Okay, let's try to apply a movement to the camera. Movement. Is this the wheel affecting? No. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing here. Maybe this... Let's try again. Mouse wheel? No, it's the same wheel difference. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, this one I've already used. It's very complicated. Need some context, otherwise it's very hard to understand what to do here. Same for this. So it's a difference between, so transformation. I miss rigging here. I want apply movement. Okay, let's say I apply movement to the camera. Yeah, I don't even know how to use this. Okay, we got somewhere, but what's this? So I press the... We start to fall. Local. Oh yeah, of course the local. The camera is not like this. On the z-axis. Negative. Well, we can check from here. Yeah, of course this doesn't do good. There's something like reset. Not sure this will do anything. No. And this will be, of course, terrible. It's just trying this maddening thing. Yeah, we get always a way. We can make a driver for this. Ah, here we go. This created a serious problem. Yeah, nothing here is working. For this case, need to research. So I always look in the node editor because maybe it's the mouse over. Okay, there is some. The manual maybe is the best thing here. No description. Gotta just look fast. A quick wait, let's see if we can learn anything here. I'm going to make object follow the mouse movement. It's possible to assign a body and head. If no head object is important, then the body will be used for both axes. But that is generally discouraged as it can lead to unwanted side effects. Look direction of the head object if the set are rotational. The mouse cursor sent in the game window. Oh yes, maybe it is not always good if you have a aiming system, which might be relevant. Yeah, so but it's better for the manipulation. Yeah. Match the mouse position to an object. Okay. No, it's not the mouse position. Ah, this can be good for some targeting. Maybe it's an older version, because where's the mouse wheel? Yeah, never mind. Let's see if we can find here. Yeah, just some keyboard and mouse. It's our controllers, it's not the... Yeah, whatever. Yeah, folks, so here is a bit late already. We got some progress that matters. I think this mouse look invert this one maybe. Yes, this one is better. Yeah, it's time to make the list, right? Not use this anymore, but we're gonna want this for the list, so okay, so actions like body rotate, left, right, attack number 1. The action of attack could be perhaps a blend animation, right? I have some ideas here about that. Some crazy ideas, yeah. Let's keep it simple for now. Yeah, no, let's attack. Then crouch. Escape, yeah. Yeah, a lot of stuff, but it's relatively simple. Just that it's overwhelming when we have to focus on so many things, right? Okay, then there is the compositor thing, which is a pain. I'm gonna make a test here, right? Then we need to some targets. There is some bonuses. Yeah, like coins, whatever. Then we need some, yeah, this damage. Yeah, this part is okay. So health, energy, these properties, we need to make those. This I have experience on very old game engine. But yeah, it should not be too hard to figure this out here. Then traps. So this is level stuff, right? There's already the physics, right? Yeah, also model and display. I have no idea how those things are displayed here. And if we get the Friday, of course, then we need to solve the collision. Yeah. Could it be the bones? Yeah, so that'll need to Is there anything more serious here? So yeah, define some soundtrack. Yeah, these are more like level. So here it is good, very important. So you need to decide, yeah, populate. I have one place that can be used is but it's a bit too small for the walking, right? So you have to make a mix. I think maybe we can make something like a space station like this. And then there is yeah, I need a creature. So it will be like, I have other characters, maybe it's not good because the character are not ready for the rig. That would, yeah. Yeah, all this will take too long. Maybe just in case, right? But maybe are over complicating here. We can do something more like a traveling thing, right? Exploration. So it's possibly that we might not even need this for now. How do you call this? Spatial post to, yeah, star station for. Yeah, so I think I know what we can do here. A scenery that I would like. Yeah, I think that will be the way. It's not gas, but it's, yeah. All right, so this is probably anything else. Yeah, so I have the soundtrack. We need to define some sound tracks, sound effects, I can get like walk, run, take, yeah, pick something, right? Jump. If I can get some voice, that will be nice. Attack, yeah, whatever. All right, then off here we got. There are more things going for character game design, but essentially some script will be nice. But for now, we can do enough with these ideas. Alright, well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Take care and happy blendering. See you another day.